The performative religious epidemic. We got people out here LARPing religion. How you gonna LARP God?
According to stats, out of 8.3 billion people on the planet, 6.7 billion people identify with a religious group. Out of that group, over half the world's population identifies with an Abrahamic religion, being either Christianity, Islam, or Judaism. And I can say from a completely unbiased perspective, as somebody that's Christian, that these groups have never caused any conflicts or wars in society, and there's no historical things you can point to say otherwise.
Cap.
Okay, editor, you could stop that. We get the point. Ever since social media integrated within our lives, people being performatively religious began at the dawn. And it's not like this didn't exist before. Just look at any faith healing church video from the 90s and you'd say some of these people should have gotten Oscars for their performance. With social media now, the extent people take to act so performative with it is crazy. I want to give a little disclaimer though before we go into it. I'm obviously not saying all people who are Christian or Muslim or religious are like this. That would be crazy considering the fact that I'm Christian as well. But some of my fellow Christians, I have to call it out, have been moving ridiculous, especially on TikTok. Recently, there's been a trend, you could say, of Christians on TikTok trying to fantasize oppression. Basically, they'll make a video with a caption saying something like how I'm moving if they ban the Bible, putting themselves in hiding trying to not get arrested. You would think these videos are trolls or memes, but they're deadass imagining some weird scenario where in America, a leader strips all their rights to the Bible.
Okay, from this point forward, we are silent. Not quiet. Silent.
Face to right. Face forward.
Niggas are weird, bro. This is y'all generation, bro. This is y'all generation. This ain't mine. This ain't me. This is y'all.
Can I see?
You would think they're in some country where a leader labeled you having the Bible as a threat and you'd get the death penalty if you got caught. It's even funnier saying this in America, considering the fact that 62% of the population here is Christian. Every president has been Christian. I mean, for God's sake, the Pledge of Allegiance mentions God in it. Y'all are trying so bad to be oppressed, it's only embarrassing every other Christian. I can tell you right now, I never walked outside with my cross on and went,
"It's a cruel world out here. If they catch me with this, I might get packed up. It's a willing sacrifice I'm making. No one will ever get me to betray the Lord."
I'm not saying there isn't Christians out there where it may be harder to express their beliefs depending on the country they live in, but America or any Western country sure as hell isn't one of them. I can give you a scenario. If I walk outside where I live in Texas with a cross on versus a girl who's Muslim with a hijab on, who do you think is gonna get more stares and face potential harassment on the street? I can only imagine the Christians in countries that actually persecute you seeing these videos. They're probably punching the air as we speak. The performative religious people I also can't stand is the people who go in comment sections and spam religious verses. I could deadass be looking at a video of someone dancing with a tung Sahar model, and someone's in the comment sections preaching like a Baptist church pastor at 8 AM on Sunday. I don't mind if people post on their Instagram stories or even have a page spreading their beliefs, but going in random comment sections of people's accounts is not the way to convert. If anything, it would push them away and just get those people irritated seeing it. And I know that because even I'll get upset when I keep seeing it all the time. Like, I'm just trying to look at some comments, man. I guarantee no one has ever had a successful conversion to that religion by seeing a random person's comment. They'll try to justify it by saying, what's wrong with spreading the gospel? Do you have a problem with that? And it's like, no, just because someone doesn't want to be spammed with something constantly in their face means they hate it. There's a reason why people meme on this specific thing. One of the worst epidemics of performative religious people online is their callouts. Will swear they're the most holy and devout to their religion. Like they fully dictate things and they've never done any wrong in life. Then whenever they see their favorite influencer or celeb do something they don't agree with, could it be something as little as getting a flower tattoo or an ear piercing?
He's a devil worshiper! He's a demon! Satan be gone! It's like, damn, nigga. All I did was fucking tattoo my mom's name. Shit. Some of these niggas be twacked out they mind.
Paragraphs in their DMs every day like,
"Wow, man, I can't believe you changed. That flower tattoo you got? That's the devil in your ear at night while he touches your anus vigorously to get you on his side. You really changed for real, and I used to be a fan of you.
Whole time in their private lives, they're committing as many sins as can be counted in life. Y'all know that
Worse.
one meme of the Muslim dude who drinks, smokes, has sex, but as soon as pork comes by, he's the #1 Islamic scholar? That's really how people be moving nowadays. It's absurd to me because every believer in God knows you can't decide someone else's fate. It would be one thing if you saw your favorite influencer get some crazy satanic tattoo, start posting photos of them worshiping Baal and Epstein statues, but people will see someone get one little thing and go crazy. Nothing is more of a perfect example than the Plaque Boy Max situation. If you don't know Plaque Boy Max, he's a streamer on Twitch who also does music as well. And this year at Kai's Streamer University, another streamer who was his friend came up to him and they started talking like normally, until bro goes in on him and says he's a demon and possessed because he got a tattoo, which then led Max to emotionally break down on
I still don't think that's what OJ really meant, but whatever, bro.
stream and end his
We
stream.
done talked about this.
When you want to be a diva, you're a demon. You need holy oil, right? You need to sit down in the holy oil. You need to go get a church bath and cleanse your body, right? I think you are confused. I think you need some guidance. I think your parents feel a little way about that.
Damn, now I'm really actually hearing the clip. No, he was grilling him a new one. Shit.
I think you're clip farming. Don't lose yourself. Don't sell your soul, Max. They want your soul.
Mind you, the dude that said this, this is how he dressed at Stream University. The people that call this out,
I ain't gonna lie. Demon shit aside, that nigga OJ do be on some diva shit. His voice sound like he a diva. The way he dressed sound like he a diva. That nigga more of a diva than Max. If we just going based off of appearance.
always got something hiding in their closets every time. The main reason he was saying this is because Max started wearing wigs with some outfits, and he also got a tattoo that says Diva. So people are assuming he's gay, and I guess sold his soul or Hollywood made him gay. The people saying it because the wig thing is funny, because what do you think artists were doing in the 70s and 80s? All the rock
Appreciate
stars
you,
and
Elena,
biggest
with that,
black artists were wearing
pin
wigs
on
or
my
hair
Patreon.
pieces. Michael Jackson, for God's sake, basically wore wigs for half his life, and everyone knew he wasn't gay. He was the opposite. MJ was Mr. He also said the diva tattoo was
Yeah, don't get it twisted, bro. Don't let that little soft voice shit fool you. That nigga Michael Jackson was player. That nigga was overly player. We done reacted to a video on here that was exposing the real Michael Jackson. That nigga was on them hoes talking about some, I'm a gentleman. Yeah, he was gently touching that vag. Trust. That nigga was getting to it.
close to Diddy's name. This had to take the biggest sniff of cocaine before ranting. And even though a lot of people obviously sided with Max, including his friends, there's still people saying the other streamer was right. My problem with these people is they're always the biggest hypocrites ever. They smoke every day, or drink every day, or go to the strip club every night. But when a guy gets a tattoo, all of a sudden their sins are canceled out and he's worse than Satan. Dudes will be saying men's mental health needs to be talked about more, and why are we shamed and we can never do anything. And as soon as a dude starts expressing some type of style, they go on to hate the person and say they're lame. Like, even if he did believe this, is it not crazy to go on a live stream in front of thousands of people and shit on your friend? If any of my friends did this publicly, I don't care how long I know them for, I would never talk to them again. Nothing is worse though than those political churches. Growing up, I went to an Ethiopian Orthodox church, which was a lot more quiet and small, so I never really—
I'm gonna be honest, I have a weird relationship with church in the sense, like, I just don't, is it wrong for me to say that I don't really trust, like, the new age pastors, bro? Like, when I be going to church, bro, and then I just see them pushing certain agendas and they just be moving a certain way. I understand that the pastors of a church, they're human beings too. They have lives outside of the church. I understand that, but I just feel like if I'm going to a church and I'm listening to the word of the Lord, I want to at least look at my pastor and feel like he's attempting every day in his life to truly practice what he's preaching. You feel me? And I know they're not perfect. They gonna mess up and sin just like we do. They not perfect. But I just noticed nowadays, every time I attempt to try to, like, find a new church or something, like, they just be, it's like, it's so clear they don't practice what they preach. You know what I'm saying? And Drewski was exposing that. You know, you go to a church, nigga, bust down rollies, the most materialistic type of motherfuckers ever. He'd be like, yo, I thought, you know, I like being fresh too, don't get me twisted, but why does you seem like you just a rapper? I feel like I'm at a concert. This nigga not preaching the gospel.
Realized how insane some churches were moving until I grew up. Since 2024, there's been an explosion of clips of MAGA churches, and you will see clips of these churches wondering if they even worship Jesus. They'll either go on political rants saying how one side of the country is all demonic and need to go, treat Trump himself like he's literally the figure they're praying to.
More terms do we have with Trump as president? This nigga, they really actually treating this nigga like he the Messiah.
Basic income is ungodly. Redistribution of wealth is ungodly. Giving money to people who aren't working is ungodly. What that
last dude was on a villain monologue. He ain't even trying to hide his hate. He says all this, meanwhile churches aren't taxed. Like, you have the biggest advantage ever. Of course you're gonna say that. He'll be the person saying that stuff is ungodly, meanwhile not the billionaires who get away paying nothing in taxes while everyone else has to pay. While that money could have been used to help save lives. If you go to a church like this, I feel like you're not even going to hear the gospel. It's more of you're going to hear political talking points and a little bit of the Bible. It's crazy because the church I grew up in, they made sure not to shove any of their political talking points to us. Unless it was something directly affecting the church, people actually went there for church. Also, not to get too into Bible scripture, but according to what he's saying, Jesus was ungodly as well. Just saying. Churches and religious buildings also aren't able to endorse political candidates due to a law, but the law is never enforced at all, and due to that, in the 2024 election, there were so many churches endorsing candidates. The main one being Trump, of course, because he needed that sector of the vote. I wonder how those people feel about him posting himself as Jesus. What the f is the point of making the law only for it to never be enforced? I guarantee if they just pressured one church to remove their tax-exempt status, none of these churches would take the risk again and they would stay silent. Also, I don't think this is a good idea because if there's a pastor preaching their personal politics all the time, it's gonna sway people from one side not to go there when the point is we're all following the same book. The last thing I'll talk about is religious fear content. If you're on social media, you've probably seen at least one video like this in your lifetime.
If you skip this video, Jesus will be very angry.
They be doing that shit with the motivational videos too. If you skip this, you don't care about progress. You're just a lazy bum and you don't give a fuck about your life. You'd be like, damn. And then you're sitting there watching it and it'd be bullshit.
Many people have scrolled past this video, and they will never receive Jesus' blessings again.
You're gonna
Damn.
die very soon if you skip this video now.
It almost really make you not want to skip it, bro. Like, I'm such a big... You know what it is? I ain't gonna lie. I've kind of developed a skill, though, where I can kind of sense it. Like, if I'm scrolling and I can sense that they about to, like, fear monger me into some bullshit, I just skip it really fast. But the catch is, it's like I ain't even hear the hook. So I'm like, this is about to be some bullshit, skip. This is about to be some bullshit, skip. And if I never heard it, I tell myself that it doesn't apply to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm preaching. It doesn't apply to me because I ain't hear it. Keep it pushing, you dig?
If you stayed, it's because there's something important you need to hear.
You would think the person posting this was Jesus and
shout out to Mackenzie with the super chat, man. I appreciate that, man. Much love, much love, much love. You said, I like your vids, Berto. Visit some ancient church. What does that necessarily mean?
So, this type of content has always irritated me because it operates on a manipulative tactic. It constantly gets people feared and scared to the point where they get this person's account and track every single post to make sure they aren't damned to hell. Some people may think this is just a boomer thing and only people on Facebook are falling for this. But no, every age group be following pages like this. And the people who run these pages monetize it, so they're making money off people's fears. AI has only made these videos worse and pushed it out to more
though, for
people.
real.
It's hard for me to believe that people are falling for AI videos of Jesus saying to share all of the person's posts or they're going to hell. I just wonder for the people who do get scared of these videos, do they really think by skipping the post as soon as they go to bed at night, their bed is gonna turn into a trap door into Satan's pit of hell and they're doomed? If there was any other group doing this that wasn't religious, they'd immediately get posts taken down and be called a cult that needs an investigation. Some people say they feel guilty and still watch the post just because, but if anything, that should be an immediate scroll. That person isn't using the influence of God for good and to send a message. They're using it to benefit their pockets and that's it. But anyways, that's gonna be it. Follow me on Twitter and
W video by that boy Tommy NFG Ski. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. I'll see you on the next one. Where you at, family?